If you want to buy cheap Ultimate Team coins, go and check out MMOPO.com and use the discount code EGHD at the checkout to get yourself 8% off your order. Hi guys, welcome back to the Road to Glory series. First of all, I want to apologise because yesterday I didn't upload any videos to this channel, but basically I've been uploading like 3 videos a day for the 4 days in a row, and it got to a point where I was very burnt out and I still had to play lots of games on the weekend league, which we managed to do in the end. I finished Gold 1, I still have a couple of games remaining. I think I could still push for Elite. Well, I could literally hit Elite 3, but obviously I can't get the 24th pick, the extra pick, you know, guaranteed 88 rated player. And I just had a pretty bad week all in all really. But something I am on is actually the Champions channel. So if you're on PC, you can go to this and have a look. So the person I actually played is actually, I think he finished like 8th in the world. So yeah, no, 9th in the world. So if you go onto his replays and actually scroll down, you'll see, here is me. This is the Road to Glory. At the time I was 9-1. He was 8-0. I'm not going to show the result just in case you guys don't want to see it, or do want to see it. Sorry, I should say. But yeah, I'm on there. The team I played against is like this Team of the Year squad with prime moments Cruyff. He subbed on Ronaldo in extra time. Like it was a mad team that I played against. But yeah, so I'm on there. Also, we do have our 87 rated pick because obviously we did get 18 wins. My goal was literally just to get 18 wins and then push for Gold 1 so that I get my 2 100k packs from Gold 1. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to open up this player pick. But before we do this, guys, I want to just quickly show you the squads that I was running. So this was like the last 5 games or so. I went to this squad and just used squad fitnesses. I actually bought Alex Tellez, second in form. I think he's 87 rated for my left back spot instead of Alexandro. I only use Alexandro because he's untradeable, and it just makes sense because he's untradeable. He's not great. I just do it to save coins basically. But the 2 squads I was going between is this Premier League based one, which is probably my favourite because we've got Ogbonna, probably my best centre back that I've got in the club. Quaresma's super fun, 5-star skills. Felipe Anderson's been pretty reliable for me. Defence is pretty weak on the left side with Alexandro, and also at times Sissoko does let you down in terms of, like, you know, his reactions and stuff, his agility, balance. But then the other team we have is more of a Serie A based team, and this one is so that I can use the players that I've got in my club that are not really being used in the first team. So we've got Mkhitaryan, obviously, SBC, Ramsey as well, SBC. We've got Forsby, which is a great player, but because he's a bad nationality and quite a bad team as well, you can only use him in the Serie A kind of team. And Asensio as well. I mean, he's a half decent player, but a 3-star weak foot's not great. And I thought, you know what, let's just try and get him into the squad and see how he plays. And just, you know, this way I go from one team to the other. And what I do is I obviously use Zambrotta, Hierro, and Raul in both teams. So what I do is I go and apply squad fitness, except not squad fitness, just individual fitness. And obviously if you do the bronze pack method, you're going to have loads of plus 20 fitnesses. So that's what I've been doing, and that's how I got, I think I was 14 for 3 or 14 for 4. And then I got to Gold 1 with, so I went 20 and 7. So it's not a very good weekend league for me at all. No, not 20 and 7. Is it 20 and 7? Yeah, 20 and 7. That's really not a good weekend league for me. But let's open up our FUT Champions pick and see what we got in here to see if it's actually worth grinding this whole time to get this 87 rated pick. Here we go. So last time we did this, we actually got a De Jong. Yeah, so basically a ones to watch, or, well, an informed De Jong, second informed De Jong, which is actually a very usable player. We're going to use him in the future. So if we can have something half decent, Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Neymar, they would be the big ones. Ben Yedder as well. I mean, that would be sick. Let's see what we get. I think there's 3 players to pick from. 87, 89. Oh, Haaland. I can't be disappointed with this. I can't be disappointed. These are actually some pretty good picks, considering, you know, the other options that you could get. Haaland, obviously, Bundesliga, a lot of people love this player. I think that he's going for maybe about 200,000 coins. I think Bruno Fernandez is probably the cheapest on this list, now that he's playing in the Premier League, 4-star, 4-star. I do like his card, but I just don't really see myself going to Liga NOS. But we do have Taarabt, who is obviously Liga NOS. So that would be good to get Taarabt into squads. But I'm getting to that point now, guys, where, you know, like, it's nice to have sick players, but I'm probably going to stop doing these SBCs and just try and focus on completing endgame players and saving up my coins and stuff like that. So I think maybe Lloris is the best player for us. What I'm going to do actually, guys, is I'm going to go onto Foothead. Oh, sorry, not Foothead. Footbin. I don't know why I said Foothead. Go onto Footbin, have a look at the prices of all three players. Not that it matters, but I just want to know which one is more expensive if I wanted to buy them off the market. Okay, so I've got the prices up, guys. This is the Lloris that we have. He's currently going for about 120,000 coins, let's call it. And I would say that's a pretty decent amount of coins. Haaland is actually the most expensive, just under 200,000 coins. But what I don't like about Haaland is 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot. Obviously, he's quite a tall player, lack of a bit of agility and balance there, but he's got high strength, great shooting stats. I feel like he's quite an expensive player because there's obviously a lot of hype around him in real life, and obviously the Future Stars card, 1.6 million coins, so that's ridiculous. Bruno Fernandez, on the other hand, about 70,000 coins, 4-star, 4-star. We've used him a lot, but because I've got his special card that's got an extra 6 pace, better dribbling, defending, physical. Literally, this card blows this one out the water. I just don't even see myself, like, even if I could use him in a squad, I probably wouldn't like using him because I already have a better version of him, and it would just feel weird to have a worse version of a card I've used so much. So I think Bruno Fernandez is out the equation there. Haaland is a good option if you wanted to go Bundesliga, especially with the Cordoba player for this week, which we have, the 86 rated 5-star skiller. Obviously, that will be able to make get some nice links there with Bundesliga. But the problem is, Icon Swaps tokens are now pretty much done, especially for leagues, because we had the top 5 leagues in the first 12 tokens. Now, the second 12 tokens, I imagine, will be more based around nationality. Haaland is obviously not a great nationality. He does come from Norway, though. I swear we have a player in our club from Norway. So we have Forsby, that's it, that's the one that we do have. We also have Ødegaard as well, so he could create some pretty interesting squads. In a 4-5-1, Haaland as striker, Forsby and Ødegaard as my cams could create some pretty cool squads. So that is something to think about. But then on the other hand, we've got Lloris. I've currently got an 88 rated tradable untradeable version. And I'm probably going to end up using him in some SBC for fodder. But Lloris is very good to have. Premier League links, obviously, to Ogbonna. But at the same time, he's French as well. And I like to use Lenglet. I like to use Varane too. So, and also, Hernandez, it links to Hernandez, the centre-back from Bundesliga. So I think the best pick for me is to go for Lloris. So there you go. He's also French. So obviously, when the new tokens come out, obviously having a good French goalkeeper might be a good thing to have for those icon swaps tokens. So we're gonna go Lloris. Okay, that was quite a lot of talking there, but I'm pretty happy with that. It's not the best. Obviously, we could have had something much better, but I'll take it. Anyway, let's go to the store and open up a couple of packs. We have got a Prime Gold Players pack, I think, from the season's progress. I think I'm like almost on the last page now, and we also have one rare player pack. So let's open these. We get a board. It looks pretty slow. That's good. It's a board. Damn it. So not a walkout. It's English. It's a centre-back. It is John Stones. Is it Stones? Yes, it is Stones. 83 rated. Send him to the club. Corona again, man. Stop getting in my packs because you're going to get me demonetized every time you get in my packs, bro. Also, guys, because I didn't do an episode yesterday, let's have a look at what was released onto the market. So what we had was a Flashback Jonathan Bibiani. So those of you that are some OG FIFA players, we've had some nice players actually this year, from flashbacks to player moments cards. Bibiani is now in the second league of the Serie A, or Calcio B. Good nationality, French. 99 pace, so obviously the first player you might think about comparing him to is kind of like an Mbappe, but he lacks the skill moves, he lacks the weak foot. So high-low work rates as well, right-footed. He is just so fast. 99 acceleration, 97 sprint speed, 99 agility and 96 balance, 93 dribbling. He's also got some pretty good strength at 75 strength. So in terms of like the actual speed of this card, you're probably looking at like, you know, a second or third in form or whatever high-rated cards you have of Mbappe. But the problem is the rest of the cards, like, you know, low composure, 78 composure, 80 reactions, obviously bad links as well. His finishing and shooting's actually pretty good. Like, I would say it's very good. If you put a marksman on him, you're getting plus 10 to his finishing stat. Long shots aren't great, but you don't really use that stat in FIFA 20. And his passing's pretty usable. 84 short passing, 77 vision. And even his stamina is pretty good. So a lot of people, when this first come out, were like, I can't believe he's like, you know, he needs an 84 rated squad and an 85. But at the same time, the same people complaining about the requirements for this being quite expensive would also be the same people complaining if he was only 80,000 coins to complete, because so many people would use him as a super sub. So I feel like that, you know, people complain whether EA do something for cheap or whether they do something for an expensive price. Now, I think it's not too bad because when you build a squad, obviously, if you're using a 4-5-1, let me just give you an example. If you're using 4-5-1, especially if you've done like a Zanetti from the first icon swaps, or Zambrotta from second icon swaps, or maybe you go for a Carlos Alberto, you might have an icon right back. Some of you may have enough coins to go and buy an icon right back, and then all you need is a French cam, and you've gone and got Bibiani in your starting squad on full chemistry. Or, as we just said, you can use them as a super sub. And obviously for super subs, you don't necessarily need to bring on someone that's amazing at finishing. You just need to have so much pace to kind of blitz the defence, because you're going to be going into extra time in FUT Champions. That's where pace really matters. So many people will bring on Adama Traore. I think he's got 2-star weak foot, right? And his shooting's not that great, but he's so effective because of that pace, and he's also quite strong. So really, I don't mind this Bibiani flashback card. The problem with it, and the reason why I won't be completing it, is because I've only got, if I went, got all my coins, I'll probably have a few hundred, maybe 500,000 coins. And I want to be aiming to get a few Team of the Seasons, which is in another month's time it will start. But I want to start getting some proper endgame players. We have a lot of players in our club now, like Ramsey, like Mkhitaryan, like Forsby, like Daniel James, that are very good, very usable. I've got chemistry on all my players, so I just don't really need to add to a list of super subs. But I actually don't mind this SBC at all and the price of it. So let's just have a quick look at the Chem Styles. So what you could do with this, again, I think Sniper has become a very popular Chem style for a lot of people, but especially me. You could go with a Sniper because he's got good enough shot power, and then you're going to max out his actual finishing stat and also his positioning. You're also going to get a boost to that composure. I feel like you will notice a difference between like the mid-70s to like mid-80s, and obviously if you're like into the mid-90s, then you're just going to react to everything. Any kind of like mishap, that's something, anything he's close to and the ball like just gets misdribbled, he will just snap onto it. But that is something that he lacks, is that reactions and the composure. So that's one way to boost it. If you simply just want to get him down the wings and kind of like, when you're sprinting fast and you do a fake shot at a very small angle to kind of cut in front of someone, then obviously his pace you don't really need to touch. But if you use marksman, you're boosting the finishing and you're boosting the shot power as well. You're getting some dribbling, you're almost maxing out his dribbling, but you're also getting some strength there as well, which helps get in front of a player and stay in front of a player, because obviously extra time, super sub, you're not going to get this bonus chemistry, but it's going to help you get past that Zambrotta, get past that Timmy Robertson or whoever you're playing against. So personally, I think I would probably go for a marksman. It's just a shame about that 3-star weak foot, but with shooting stats like that, he may be actually not bad. I'll say I'm not going to complete this, but if we get some good fodder, maybe when does it expire? Let's have a quick look at when it expires. So we've got this for 3 days, so we won't have it by Thursday morning, unfortunately. Also, something I forgot to say is it's going for about 140,000 coins. So if you actually factor in the prices of the packs, we've got a small prime gold players pack here and a Prime X Players pack, you're probably going to get about 20 to 30,000 coins back for that, unless you get lucky in your pack. So you're looking at, you're spending about 110,000 coins. If you've got fodder in there, you can cut it down. He's an 87 rated player, which means that he's worth probably about 20 to 30,000 coins in fodder amount. So you're looking at about 60 to 70,000 coins at an actual deficit once you've factored in the pack rewards and also his minimum price. So yeah, I really don't mind this card at all. If he was 80,000 coins, everyone would do this and he would be in everyone's team. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. But anyway guys, obviously we have completed our weekend league now. What I'm going to be doing in the Road to Glory is completing this Bakayoko card. So 88 rated French CDM, gets a nice perfect link to Ben Yedder. I don't have a Ben Yedder in my club, but obviously this is going to be a nice card to have, especially being French. A lot of the best players are French. Lenglet I use a lot, Varane we use a lot. So I want to complete this, but I do have a question. Can I relegate myself? Do you guys have a problem with me relegating myself in division rivals? Because at the moment I haven't done it on this account at all. I haven't deliberately relegated myself. I've only played rivals to complete objectives, and now I'm in division 3. I find myself only coming up against people like 80% of the time they're just using a sick team with like 5 icons, a couple of team of the years or some just great teams I'm playing up against, and they're not even trying to complete these objectives. So I'm out there completing objectives with a worse team, and it's very frustrating. A lot of games end up as a draw. I think one of the last objectives I was trying to complete, I remember getting, out of like 10 games, I think 7 or 8 of the games ended up as a draw. And obviously part of the challenge was to win the game and score a specific type of goal. So it's a little bit too hard for me to do, especially on this account, since I don't have any like insane players on this account. We have Raul, but he's just, I'd say he's a very good player. He's not a top tier icon in my opinion. So would you mind me relegating myself is the question on this road to glory. I think a lot of people do it. I'd probably relegate myself down to Division 5 around 1,000 skill points. At that point, I'm going to be playing against people that are Division 3 quality, but they're going to be trying to complete objectives, and everybody is going to be on the same playing field, level playing field there, because you know we've all got the same thing in mind. So that is the question for you. Let me know in the comments, guys, do you mind me relegating? And also let me know, have you relegated yourselves to complete these objectives as well? But yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video before you leave, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.